Guys. Just here to observe what they told me.
No, the one on the very end there on the left. He's sitting there.
It's down on Kirby.
Yeah.
Yeah. We didn't recognize you. What's your hat?
Hey, I left it. Pretty good. Can I take one of these?
Summarize it at the last meeting. So what we'll do is go through this and make sure we all kind of read every one.
Oh, you have one already?
Oh yeah, I'll leave this.
Okay, then this is the other part.
Okay, thank you.
So,
Thank you.
There's a couple of things here I can review it again, and we'll talk about them later, but just the verbiage wise, tweak it a little bit.
Yeah, just like three things that we didn't address at all.
Yeah. Andrew, good to see you, buddy.
Good to see you too. Good to see you all.
So we're just gonna be doing advisory.
Yeah, I'm feeling nice and cool, right? Thank you.
Not that you don't look good.
Yeah. My cousin's kid was here, and my cousin's kid was here this summer and for a month, so I needed to get the haircut so I could feel cooler.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Right, your hair's not all over the place.
Half the board. Yeah, the board, but this is.
Yeah, we're committee.
This is
Right.
a committee.
So I think under 5.0, 5.1, basically, we're an advisory role.
No, meeting is still, Mr. Chair, is there an agenda for this meeting?
No,
Okay, thank you.
there's no written agenda for that.
We're just waiting for play right now.
Like,
You didn't have trouble parking this year.
He's got a fancy Corvette now.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Life's good.
Yeah. He had just sold some business or something.
Yeah.
I just said nice car and I got the whole story. I didn't say where'd you get that or how'd you afford it. Just for the audience, we are waiting for Clay Taylor, giving him some grace with traffic, so.
I understand that Clay is under the weather, but, I don't know how any details.
Hey, Clay, how you doing, buddy? Oh, good, stay home. We want you to get sick. Okay, well, get well, I was just checking because we're trying to wait for you and we figured let's just find out where he's at and then we'll just have you as.
Give him all dust there.
Wanting to be here, but he can't make it.
anyone on Nick's number?
Okay, no problem, we'll give you an update,
No.
all right? Thanks a lot, buddy, take care. Yeah, we will, that's the plan. All right, sounds good. It's the 15th of October in Venice. Yeah, it'll be close for you too. All right, sounds good, thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Hopefully it's not making me sick.
Hey, Nick, it's John Codwin. How you doing, bud? All right, they're just wondering if you will come to the meeting tonight. Oh,
can hear.
We can hear it in the background.
He couldn't get a babysitter. He's not going.
Yeah, all right, good luck.
Being asked, we already.
No problem.
Yeah, we can start. Body that just makes recommendations.
Yep.
You gotta do what you gotta do, man, I understand. That's all right. Okay, so. All right, bye-bye. He is not coming.
Right,
I
thank you,
don't know if
John.
you heard it over the phone, but he
Yeah,
was on
yeah.
babysit.
Thank you.
And it sounded like they were swinging from the rails.
Really did.
I could hear it from here.
His wife was showing houses. So you just-
Okay, I'm gonna start the meeting. I'll call the meeting to order. Present are myself, Mr. Justice, Mr. Jimenez, and Mr. Riley, and Mr. Kirby. Okay, and members of the public, thanks for coming. Okay, so how we're gonna run it tonight is we're gonna just go over quickly the things we did last time that we all agreed on. And after that, we're gonna go on and pick the three things that we left up in the air, because we didn't have enough time last meeting. And then we'll present our recommendations to the entire Charter Review Board at the next meeting. Okay, all right, so, starting with what we did last time, we all agreed to amend section 1.1, changing the word end to beginning. Section 1. The rest of section 1.2, 1.3, 1.4, we agreed to leave unchanged. Section 2.2, we added end special interest meetings to that. And section 2.3, we added the words have the option to. The board shall have the option to. The rest of section 2 is unchanged. Section 2, we agree, 3.1, we agreed to change the word designate to approve. And then we're gonna discuss the rest of the section later, once we get through what we already agreed on.
So what I would like to stop there,
Yeah.
Chairman, is, I think I reviewed this and I thought it would make sense to designate and approve, because we should be talking about what dates we're setting for the meetings. It seems like last time when I just joined, the meetings were all set for the year. And so we should, the board
Yeah, I
shall
think that-
designate and approve the days, times, and places
Yeah.
for the regular meetings.
I think the only reason we took out designate was because in reality, the county was giving us the available dates. So the chair never has been designating it, at least in my time. But Joe, if you have anything?
No, the county always told us when we had the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Well, maybe we leave it in to give ourselves the option.
Because they schedule, the rooms for us.
Okay.
And then, and the time,
Yeah.
right? So, I think we're, and the staffing that is needed, like that.
So why not give ourselves flexibility to talk with them earlier and just say, hey, this might create a problem for a conflict for a board member or.
well,
Just by putting designate and approve, we give ourselves as a
Yeah.
board the flexibility to negotiate with the county on facilities,
Yeah.
which is what we want to do.
I would just say that if the chair has approval. If he doesn't approve, they have to change it anyway. Correct?
That's what it sounds like.
If he says, no, I
Well,
don't want that day.
But we can have a meeting, let's say in October, and say, what does the schedule look like for next year? And so let's have a discussion, and then the chair can say, okay, we're gonna move to these dates and then approve it. So by saying designate and approve, we have a discussion and it's not just simply approve. This is why I thought that the reason designate was in there, because it implies that there's a
You
discussion.
guys, anyone have any, problem with leaving it as designate and approve?
No. I would, ask a question here, though. It says 1 out of 4 meetings has to be held in.
Yeah, we're gonna
Well,
discuss that.
Mhm.
That's something we didn't settle on. We're
Right.
just going through the things we settled on first.
Okay,
So what I would recommend for 3.1 is that we leave in designate, add, and approve. And then as an advisory recommendation as a committee, we make it to the board, if that's what we're recommending.
Well, and I think
Designate
what the question we're gonna need to ask is, we've never designated, as far as I go back, I mean, it's been on since 2023, but in the history of this group, we've never designated those dates, so we just need to verify with the county
Sure.
that, and discuss with them or ask the attorney about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, I don't think
I don't think it's an issue,
that,
but
I don't think
it's never
that
been
word's
done.
gonna make a
Yeah.
difference.
So
Yeah.
it would just be easy, the word designate already in it. So all we would say is and approve.
Right.
So while we're adding and approve, so that's all we're saying. So leave it designate in and just add and approve.
Okay.
That makes
You
sense?
got that? All right, 3
Can I ask a question or a statement? I'm kind of going back to 2.2. I forgot to bring the charter with me, but in this section 7 of the charter, closer to the end of it, it talks about the clerk, how we get the clerk, and it seems kind of different from what this says. Does anyone have the charter on you?
yep.
Thanks.
So, what's the question?
So, let's see if I can find it in here. Section 7.2.
Section 7.2.
Yeah, of the charter. The clerk of the circuit court shall be the official record keeper of the county charter. In that capacity, the clerk shall prepare and maintain an official compilation of the county charter, incorporating all adopted amendments thereto, annotated and so forth, so forth. And so, this one, the charter is pretty much saying that the clerk of the circuit court shall be the official record keeper. Well,
It says the chair may
except,
accept a qualified county employee.
yeah.
And
So,
to me, that's the same thing.
is it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know, the members who were here at the last meeting voted to accept the ones I'm reading over right
Yeah.
now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So,
I just wanted to I'm trying to get that clarified.
okay. All right, so moving on.
There you go. Thanks.
3.2. Yeah, 3.2 and 3.3, no changes. 4.1, change the word compose to approve. The chair shall approve an agenda to be brought to the members. And we also added in, ample time was changed to 7 business days.
Add calendar. Is that how we ended up?
I have to, I had other minutes come out to 4.0. Yeah, it says business days in the minutes, underlined. Okay, 4.2 and 3.
So this is
stay the
7
same.
days prior, so we have business.
Yeah, it's already in the minutes.
But it just says 7, on this copy, it just says 7 days.
They
Yeah.
haven't noted.
So 4.2, 4.3 stay the same. 4.4, change conclusion of business to prior to business. That's, before the board, there shall be a period of public comment.
Prior to conclusion of business.
No, it's just prior to business. It had said at the conclusion of business, so. Four point seven, we will discuss in a few minutes. 4.8 and 4.9 were not changed.
And 4.5 and 4.6 too,
Yes,
not changed.
not changed. I missed those, thanks. And 4.10, 4.11, not changed. 5.1, we're gonna get into in a minute. Okay, and the rest of 5, 6, and 7 are unchanged.
Yeah, that's right.
So now, we're up to the things that we did not agree on, or did not get to. 5.1. 5.1 is about the standing committee or the special committee. In the minutes, there was discussion of the meaning of standard. We said that we need to define or remove it. You know, I don't recall, since I've been here, having a standing committee. Do you?
No, there's never been one to my knowledge since I've been here. And,
So.
I think I asked the question what that was at one time when I first got on.
I mean, I think it would be something like a budget committee,
Well,
an
yeah,
ongoing thing that we don't really have.
that's what I was told, that it's something that happens every month or every meeting. And there's nothing that I know of that we do like that. So I'm not sure it's really needed.
What I was thinking is maybe to just say, the board may refer its business to committees appointed by the chair, and maybe strike both standing and special committees, and just leave it as a committee. Because if you strike standing, why do you have to call the committee special? Yes.
True.
I mean, what do you think?
Well, I didn't get a chance to look, to dig in, because there's no reference in the charter to any standing committees, like you said,
No.
budget, you
No,
know, things like that, because,
just the only reference is this, you know, in the I don't think the charter
Yeah.
says
because the
anything
reason
about it.
is, it's, when you have a standing committee, there's obligations under Robert's rules to how to manage that standing committee.
Mhm.
If you have an ad hoc committee, then it's defined, its purposes defined, its limited purposes defined, its time, how its duration is defined, and its goals are defined. So we don't have to amend the bylaws to say, hey, we can have ad hoc committees.
Right,
The chairman can just do that. But
Right.
by removing standing committees, you're actually removing something that is a power that the chairman can have, and to form a committee that is gonna be living by Robert's rules, and it's gonna have a certain level of formality.
so what do you think, we just leave it as is?
So we can just leave it as is. What we could do is leave it as is, but maybe talk at the next meeting, saying, are there any committees we should think about forming that are standing committees? you know, and, 'cause right now we have charter and bylaws, those are more like ad hoc right now. And, you can leave them as ad hoc and say, we'll just form those whenever we need them. But, maybe we should have an open discussion at the next meeting, like you said, budget, you know, is there anything else that we wanna think about? So by leaving it there, at least leaves it open.
I don't have a problem with just leaving it.
I'd leave it at this point.
Anybody else?
No, it's been there for years, as far as I know, so it hasn't caused any problems. It could be another tool that the board
Yep,
could use if they
exactly.
need it.
That's what I'm thinking. Why take away tools that we have that are ready for us to take care of business?
No change on that. We'll add that to the, no change category. 4.7. 4.7. All right, that's a long one. It's basically the nuts and bolts of how we do a charter review change.
Yeah.
A charter change.
Yep.
No, I don't see any problems with the system we have. Anybody else?
I reviewed it and it seemed like it's a system we do have. I know, Andrew, you mentioned in the past that you were concerned about, the language of 4.7. But at this point, because there's issues with 7.1A, then I would say just leave this alone at this point until we figure out what the issues are with 7.1.
Yeah, because there's a lot of issues. 7.8.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything, with 4.7, I'd just find a way to simplify it, but we can do that later. It's just say something like a proposed amendment to charter by a member or by assistant must be presented to the board in writing. Then talk about how, and then the process goes through as the charter says, you know, something like that. That would make it a lot easier.
What we could do with this,
Mhm.
to your guys' point is, and I'd be willing to do this, is propose a 4.7 and break it down to A, B, and C. So, because right now it's one big paragraph, and to your point, in terms of it's kind of hard to sort of meander through. So if you break it into subsections, kind of changing the language, and maybe making it a little bit more. That's a thought.
Yeah, there's two.
In the interest of expediency, if the wording is okay.
Yeah.
So we have to,
Okay.
go in there with a
This
red
is-
pen and.
This is basically 2 or 3 steps that you have to go through, and each one could be a section very
Yeah,
easily.
exactly.
And-
So, that's why I said
Like-
hold at the last meeting. This is pretty complicated,
So
and it's what
we need
do.
a,
Yeah.
And unless we've had a chance to really think about it.
I guess
I
we-
would recommend leaving it until, you know, down the road, we can always do more changes. You know,
Andrew, you had a question?
yeah, the 7.1 is presenting a lot of difficulty, and the wording in the charter always seems to be singular for going through things that are proposed. So
you're talking about indemnification in the bylaw?
Oh, the four-
Actual charter.
when a proposal is sent, it's rather singular in it in the talking. So I think you might have a good thing about we need to go through 7.1 and some other things in charter and really
Right, but that's.
figure it out
another-
better. Yeah.
Bylaw.
Yeah, of course.
Then once we
Good.
go back and fix some of these issues with the charter, then we should go back to the bylaws to make sure they're consistent with the charter. Because basically, the bylaws are like the operational rules that you live by. So, yeah, I agree with that. So
Yeah.
at that point, we'll just leave 4.7 the way it is and move forward.
So everyone's good with no change for 4.7?
Yep.
3.1, meeting. So we already agreed to designate and approve the days, times, and places of the regular meetings. The other part of that is 2 sentences later, in the middle of the paragraph, And the sentence says, a minimum of one meeting out of 4 shall be held in the southern part of the county. Now, to me, that means 1 out of 4, which is every 4th meeting that you hold it in the southern part of the county. Nowhere in the charter, the bylaws, does it say we have 4 meetings a year. 1 in 4 means 1 out of 4. Maybe in the future we can address the number of meetings we're gonna have, but 1 meeting out of 4 does not mean we automatically have 4 meetings a year. We've never done that, right?
I remember we talked about this last time.
Yeah.
If you go back in the history of the charter, before 2012, they
Right.
were having regularly 4 meetings.
Okay.
And if you look at plain language of the bylaws, a minimum of one meeting out of 4 shall be held in the southern part of the county.
Yeah.
So that's
Well,
basically plain meeting is 1 out of 4.
but yeah, right. To me, is 1 out of 4, so you can have 3 meetings in 1 year up here, and then the 4th meeting the next January is in the South County. That's plain language. 1 meeting out of 4. And I know when we discussed it up at during the regular meeting, a number of people shared that opinion.
I think that for our recommendation, there was a motion at the last meeting to vote on scheduling a 4th meeting this year. So Clay made the motion, and we agreed to decide.
At the Charter Review Board meeting.
Yes, we decided at the board level that we would decide that issue in October. If we were gonna
Okay.
schedule another
Yeah,
meeting.
well, that's the board meeting.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, as far as the bylaws go, I'm good with leaving it 1 meeting out of 4, or to avoid confusion, put 1 meeting a year will be held in South County.
Since we're not gonna vote today,
Right.
then I would tee this up as the issue
Yeah.
to be discussed at the October 15th.
Yeah, the board's gonna have to answer that question anyhow.
Exactly, and so we look, if we have that on the agenda,
Because I read it over and over, and if it said somewhere else in the bylaws, the Charter Review Board will meet 4 times a year, okay, but one sentence in the middle of a paragraph that says 1 of 4, it could be read either way.
Yeah.
Depending on who's reading it.
but if you look at history, up until 2012, they were having 4 meetings. And then there would have to be a meeting where there was a conscious motion made to change the bylaws to make it 3 meetings. And so it just happened, that's what I'm saying, and then we're gonna have to make that decision.
For 13 years, we've been doing it 3 times a year.
I mean, it's right. So but let's tee it up. I recommend we tee it up at the next board meeting and then clarify among all of us.
All right, so that 3.1 will be no action, and then the board can discuss.
Yeah.
It's a recommendation to the board.
Right.
Okay. No. Okay. Any other committee members have anything else
No, you hit all my points.
on anything? Any other charter review members have anything else about the bylaws?
I have one question. 2.3, and, we have it where that sort of got brought up at 2 meetings ago. And it was,
Oh, yeah, the
Representative
attorney?
Kirby had asked about the board attorney, and obviously they got an outside counsel.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
did I skip over that? Or,
No, we went over that part, but I just have a question as far as the board shall have an option to appoint. So I think that's just one of the things that was a little bit of confusion at, 2 meetings ago.
I think, if I
And that got
remember,
asked, so I just,
I think the discussion was regarding the fact that, we usually use the county attorney,
yeah,
but we wanna keep the option in case we don't wanna use.
Yep.
Yeah, do you remember that?
Well, the
This-
county,
I think that's one reason why
We changed it from
put that-
designate, cause we don't
Should have an
designate
option.
usually.
right, yeah,
the county always
Yeah.
gave us an attorney.
Yep.
Sometimes it was one of the county
Yeah.
attorneys, sometimes it was a private attorney.
And
Correct.
I think we actually got some pushback in the public comments that, like, if we're not doing it a certain way, it shouldn't be that way in our. So we kind of
Right,
really
right.
trying to correct things
Yep.
that were in print that we don't do.
Mhm.
awesome.
You know? That's why
Well,
we're here.
basically though, and I may be wrong on this, but it starts out saying the board may approve the office of the county attorney as its legal counsel. And if we do that, and they choose to provide someone other than on their board as our legal counsel, do we have any argument on that?
Now, 2.3, it says the board shall have the option to appoint a board attorney. And what is it? It does mention the county attorney somewhere, but I don't think it's in that section.
No, it's kind of vague.
No, this is a board attorney.
Yeah. The next page, 2.31, Office of the County Attorney,
That's
that
what I'm looking at.
specifies. Yeah, we left that alone.
Yep.
To me, that almost sounds like, even though the county is gonna be our official attorney, they can appoint whoever they want. Could be a private attorney, could be one of their board attorneys.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we've actually had both.
Yeah. How about the attorney sitting here? What do you think?
Well, I'm trying to make sure that it's not inconsistent, but the reason I think we were changing 2.3 is that as a board, we did not want to be bound by just simply, if there's an issue that comes up that's a conflict
Right.
with what we're doing with the county, then it gives us the option to do that, to be able to select an attorney different from what the county's doing. In a rare situation where we as board members get sued, we may be in that position. The county really can't, maybe at a conflict to defend us. That's why
Right.
we put that language in.
Well,
You have the option to do that.
attorney there
Now, it may
also.
become an issue a bit later of budget, but that's a second issue. But county issues, at least we can say, hey, we can choose somebody else, get an opinion, and then find out the cost, and then we decide if we want to do that or not. So that's why that language is added to 2.3, to give the board the option, so.
You good with that?
Yeah.
It's not, it's
Everyone?
it's just
Yeah,
giving us,
I just,
yeah, it's just giving us more options. It's not
Yeah.
taking anything away from the public or,
Right.
you know, hurting the constituents in any way. Unfortunately, we're dealing with a litigious society, so we have to give ourselves a little bit of option to be able to get another opinion on this issue. And even if it costs us a little something, it makes it worthwhile. Just that option, so.
Well, having it explained that way makes more sense.
Mhm.
And we do have a budget, which we hardly ever use.
Yep.
So if we need to, we could use it.
Exactly. So that's the only reason I think from our last meeting, we put that in.
Makes sense.
Again, we're just recommending it to the board on October 15th, and everybody wants to do it. This is how the full employment for lawyers act.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're pretty much done with our business for today.
So Tom, how do you recommend, you're gonna tee it up to the board on October? Just
Yeah,
put like a.
I'll do a report at the meeting. We'll have it in writing from the clerks, and we'll submit it then.
And under 3.1, is that gonna be something that will be up as a motion
I'll,
for clarification
I'll,
discussion, or?
I'll say, I'll let the board know, we don't have a recommendation, and it's at the board's pleasure to, make whatever motion they want.
Yeah, let them hash it out.
Because okay. All right, yeah, as long as you know.
As a committee, we're not, we're not together on it, so.
Well, we are making a decision then about the
Yeah.
14th, so I think,
At the board meeting?
at the October meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I
up
think
to the,
we tabled that from last time, so, okay, so that should actually bring up this.
All right, so, last time, we did allow public comment, even though it's not required. So I would like again to see, I'll give everyone a couple of minutes if they want to comment. And, anyone have anything they want to say about the Charter Review Board Bylaws Committee meeting? It has to be limited to this subject. Anyone? Hands? Rick?
Yeah, I would like to ask, I've got a couple of questions. Again, my name is Rick McClusick, and is this I'm a private citizen, is this meeting being recorded?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Is there an attorney present
No.
to represent us here?
Oh, no.